Rich, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora is out next month. No, actually, not next month because it's October, but it's out in December 7th.
Sort of next month.
Recently. Yeah, it's kind of next
Nearest
month. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's basically out in December, so we went to play it for an hour and a half at Ubisoft, and
nice.
This is our capture. So, you know what, before we start actually talking, I do want to just bring up a bit of a grievance, because
Go on.
the game doesn't look that good in this kind of video.
Right.
1080p, it's about 40-50 frames. Like, we're not bothered too much about the tech, but actually playing it there, it actually looked great. Like,
okay.
But these new gen games that are like 4K and then doing 1080p capture, just
it doesn't make sense.
Just
What's
it
that
feels
about?
a little bit dated.
Yeah.
So I will say, disclaimer before we move on.
Yeah.
It actually looks a lot better, and it actually looks pretty incredible. It's I was actually surprised how good it looked. So this doesn't actually do it justice. But yeah, anyway, on with the game. This is Avatar: Frontiers of Pandora. Basically, we played fairly early on in the game. You're going to see basically a load of parkour, a load of combat. Because it's kind of a stealthy game. It's not like It's not like a shooter.
Okay. No. Well, you've only got bow and arrows, right?
Yeah, no, you don't, because you get the RDA weapons as well.
Ah, okay.
But
interesting.
the ammo seems to be a little bit on the stingy side there.
Right, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and the bows are super powerful, but basically you get on, what are they called? Are they called Ikrans, I want to say?
Oh, the flying thingamajigs.
Exactly, that you stick your
ponytail into.
Yeah, exactly. It is a little bit weird, but
it is weird, isn't it?
yeah. So this is we're basically climbing the top of this spire to get to the Ikrans, so we can basically we're trying to climb the rookery there. So it's in the top left, Rich. So we can get our own Ikran. So there's puzzles and stuff. So this one you have to shoot stuff to basically unlock their door to allow you to get through. But the parkour is actually pretty good. It's pretty fluent.
Well, I've got to admit, I didn't know this was basically Mirror's Edge, but with Avatar, and a
so
sort of open world and that. Interesting.
It's a little bit of everything, weirdly. It reminds me of Far Cry.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It reminds me a little bit of Assassin's Creed in terms of the objectives. Do you know, they don't really tell you, they don't put you an objective on the map, or they didn't for us. It's more it's almost like detective work.
Right.
You have to work out where to go.
Are there Ubisoft towers?
I didn't see any.
Okay.
So, but that's not saying there isn't.
Okay, interesting. I guess we'll see.
Yeah, and then you've got the bow and arrow stuff, which could be from, I don't know, like Tomb Raider or whatever, or I don't know, any game.
Far Cry.
I guess Far Cry as well.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, you've got the RDA weapon, so it can be a shooter. So you got the Mirror's Edge parkour that you just mentioned, and then you've got you can basically, when you get your Ikran, there's it's almost like Panzer Dragoon. You're flying in the air, you're shooting stuff, and so it's a little bit of everything. And you know what, you never know what you're going to get with these games, because the first one, James Cameron's Avatar, the game, which came out in the 360, and you actually guessed it before we went on air, 2009.
Yeah, and the PS3, right? Yeah. Didn't
I
it
guess
have
it would have
3D
been
as well? Can you play in 3D?
Because we actually, you weren't working for me then, right?
I think I was freelancing for you back then, maybe.
Yeah, but you were there. We went across to Ubisoft, Montreal, that was it. Yeah. But yeah, you were working for somebody else then. You were freelancing for me, but
they don't exist anymore. Strategy Informer, not in the same way they did when I was working for them. But I was there for them. Yeah, God, that is going back, man.
Yeah, tell me about
hazy,
it.
long ago memory.
Yeah, but we were there, and one of the big things they were trying to push was 3D.
Yeah. Guessing that's not in this.
No, I hope not. Anyway, do you remember it was a little bit of a fad that just went on for a while?
Yeah, pointless.
But yeah, Rich, this is our Ikran, or it could be. If I get pronunciations wrong, I'm sorry. I'm not a massive Avatar fan.
No.
I've not even seen the second film, and I think the first film was basically just Pocahontas. So I apologise if I've offended anyone, but
yeah.
But like blue people fighting invaders, is basically you could say Fern Gully as well, right? Was that another one of them?
Yeah, it's sort of a bit of everything in it.
Rich, look what I name him. Or
I think you're going to go with Storm.
No.
Floof. Oh, okay.
Carol.
Wow, okay.
It just felt like a really odd name to have in a list to choose.
Yeah, Floof as well. It's not floofy at all.
No, but so this is my Ikran Carol. But look
Carol.
at the character models, right? The character models look pretty good. And this is only in 1080p. You wait to see the game, and I think we're playing it in like 1440 or 4K. But it'd be interesting to see how it shapes up. Obviously, that was early code, so any frame rate things we assume will be ironed out. And but this is one of my favourite things in the entire game. You can fall, right, and then you can press up on the D-pad. And your Ikran comes underneath you. But look how gorgeous that looks.
That's really impressive. Like the forest canopy looks amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's like this throughout. The world seems massive. We didn't get a chance to explore a lot.
Yeah.
In the hour and a half that we had, we only explored a fairly small area. But that fairly small area was still fairly big. So I'd be interested to see actually how big it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's actually quite fun. And in a bit, we've actually got some mounted combat, we'll call it. Like,
okay, yeah.
I guess it's mounted, but basically you're flying and you're just shooting at RDA ships, basically.
Right. The flight controls look quite slick as well, actually.
Yeah. Oh, mate, it's like literally that. Yeah, like the flight controls are great. Like combat on it's great. Like I had no issues in terms of controls in general, to be honest, across the board. And then you got different types of arrows as well. And like, if you're good with a bow and arrow, you can literally snipe out like the driver, the pilot.
Oh, really?
Sorry.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
And you can snipe out the gunner as well.
Oh, I like that.
And you got different types of bows as well. You got explosive bows. This is me with a gun now, actually.
Yeah, I can tell.
So, but like, there's explosive bows. There's like poison bows. You've got heavy bows. You got light bow. So, like. It's pretty deep. It's not just one-dimensional, which is pretty cool.
Has it got sort of RPG elements to it then, as well?
Yeah, it has as well. Yeah, loads.
Yeah.
We couldn't show any of those screens because I imagine like this is the longbow, the super powerful bow. Literally picked see him drop.
Oh, nice!
So
what a shot!
Yeah. So he's useless now.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm not shooting at the other one, but then you can take out those as well.
Because it looks fun picking it apart. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have to pick it apart. You can just blast at the pilot. You can just do whatever you want. But yeah, there's loads of RPG mechanics in terms of how you basically flesh out your character.
Yeah.
In terms of like perks and stuff like that, and how you like the hunter, survival, stealth, exploration, like that kind of thing. But we weren't allowed to show those screens because I assume they're still work in progress. So same with the map. We weren't allowed to show the map because. I don't know actually why the map, but maybe still work in progress.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time it's like
maybe it's just something they just don't want to give away.
I poisoned that and then blew it up with an explosive.
Nice.
So yeah, Rich, for the rest of the gameplay demo, and also I apologise to everyone if I've got a cold, so if I sound a bit bunged up, that's why.
Yeah.
But this is like one of the infiltration things where we have to get in.
This looks cool.
Now, this is my second attempt. My first attempt, I was like, I'm pretty good at shooters. I'll just rock in and shoot everyone. Yeah, you can't do that, Rich. So it's kind of like, it's my thing of aggressive stealth.
Right. Can't really get away with it. Or you can.
No, you can be aggressive stealth, but you can't just go in and just... yeah, I mean, it's not really stealth, but it's trying to avoid contact, I guess.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
But yeah, you can fight them like one-on-one, like this, and it's easy. But if you try and fight 2 or 3 of the big mechs, like, together, then you're going to get done.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of be clever with how you approach combat. And you've got this ability as well, where you can see through stuff and objectives as well.
Well, even this is a bit Far Cry, isn't it?
Oh, it's massively Far Cry.
Yeah.
Like, and there's different ways in as well. So I could have gone in, like, I was just checking whether I could get in there. But I could have gone in because I was kind of in, but I was like, no, I want to get round to this area.
Yeah.
And because I've already done it once, or started it once, I know there's a secret trapdoor around here that I can get in. Okay. So yeah, like different infiltration ways to get into camps and stuff like that.
Yeah,
but this is massively Far Cry.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's maybe, I don't know whether I said
entertainment.
I was just about to say, this is massive. Ubisoft Massive, who have worked on such titles as The Division 2.
Yep.
Did they do a racing game? Or am I thinking of? No, I'm thinking of Ivory Tower, aren't I?
Yeah.
But like, you can see what I mean. You can like pick off parts as well.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I like that.
Well, I think they were independent before
Ubisoft
bought them, right?
Yeah, and this is their engine, isn't it? This is their Snowdrop engine.
It is, Rich.
Yeah. Which they're using for that Star Wars Outlaw game, aren't they, as well?
Yeah. There was a rumour that might be delayed, right? I don't know whether that's true.
Yeah, apparently. No, I haven't heard anything legitimate about that yet. But yeah, 2025 they're saying potentially.
But yeah, Rich, speaking of Star Wars Outlaws, it's actually Massive that's working on it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm, it is.
So it's not just the Snowdrop, it's that. But they also worked on Ground Control in 2000 and 2004, World in Conflict, Just Dance Now, and then obviously The Division and the Division 2. But they did The Division were they third party and then Ubisoft bought them?
I think they were, and then after The Division, I think Ubisoft brought them on, yeah.
But yeah, as you can see, Rich, there's a little bit of like aggressive stealth where I'm engaging and then disengaging, and then like you can't, because if you just stay out in the open and just scrap everyone, you're screwed, mate. You're absolutely screwed.
And you learned that the hard way.
I did, I did. First time I was like, I'm pretty good at these games. Yeah, should be all right. So like, I'm like, okay, I can take like one-on-one, I'm all right. And then I was like, oh shit. And then I'm like, oh shit. And then you look up and there's another. So I'm like, okay, right, I need to think of another way to do this. So, but like the parkour's pretty good. I enjoyed it. It's like a double jump as well. There's like a boost jump as well. The climbing's pretty good in terms of like they'll kind of grapple onto like any ledge.
Yeah.
Rather than like you just jump it up against a brick wall. So.
Yeah. I like the mobility of your character. That's
the mobility is
appealing. Great. Yeah. And the combat does look cool.
I don't know how good it's going to be like when it comes to release, but I actually quite enjoyed it. Like, there was a couple of things that I had issues with in terms of like they didn't make it abundantly clear with a couple of things. Okay. But I actually think that was more down to the fact that they've thrown us into a demo.
Yeah.
Not at the beginning, so we've missed key tutorials.
Sure.
Like there was like a hacking mini game that I think I put it in the video at the end, but but there's like a hacking thing, and then there's also there's another thing as well. Oh, like using the maps and stuff, and like working out the avatar vision. I'm going to call it. It's not called avatar vision, Rich.
Navivision.
Navi, yeah, something like that maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I didn't know how to do it, but I managed to get through. But I think that was definitely more down to the fact that they didn't just give us those tutorials than the game's fault. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So basically, is this bit you're sabotaging the space and then you just got to get the hell out?
Yeah, but I haven't sabotaged it all yet.
Right. Okay.
I need to get up to the top.
Oh, geez.
So
okay.
This is a bit of like, but this is like the combat stuff, right? It's great because you can basically damage the front of the mechs and then take out the pilot like that.
Right. Yeah, because aren't the pilots exposed in those mechs?
Some of them they are, some of them they aren't. Like some of them have like bulletproof, well not bulletproof, but like perspex glass, well not glass, but like perspex shields on them.
Right.
So you have to kind of whittle them down like that. See it there?
Oh yeah. Of course.
So, but I've smashed it. And now I can take him out.
The pilot
nice. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but that's with a heavy bow.
Yeah.
Right. And obviously you have to kind of get resources and craft as well. So, but like here's like the explosives as well, so I can set him on fire, which is great because it kind of takes them out of action for a minute.
Yeah.
Because like they're too worried about being on fire than they are about fighting me, which is fantastic.
Yeah, you can blame them.
Yeah. Well, no, exactly. I'd do exactly the same thing, Rich. But yeah, so Rich, we're getting to the end. That's out on December 7th on all new gen platforms. I hate that we have to still say new gen.
Yeah, I know, right?
But yeah, thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Cheers, folks. Goodbye.
Bye.